Hi guys, so today for our additional treat week item, we're gonna do butter cookies. I've never made these before, but I love butter cookies. I'm talking about the ones in that little blue tin. I think they're called Danish butter cookies. I don't know what it is about those, but I love them. And I've never actually made them. So I'm gonna make some today. We're gonna do it, they're like a little swirl. I'm gonna put different kinds of sugars on them. I think I might dip some in chocolate, not sure yet. But let's get started on it. It looks like they're real easy to make. There's not very many ingredients. So to start with, we are going to use 1 cup of butter. And I'm saying 1 cup of butter because it sounds a lot better than 1 pound of butter. 1 pound of butter. Anyway, so we're gonna take that and we're gonna whip it up until it's nice and smooth. Okay, to that 1 cup of butter, we're gonna do, there's 2 cups of butter. Sorry, 2 cups of butter. Yes, 2 cups of butter, because I'm doubling the recipe. So it's 2 cups of butter, or 1 pound of butter, and 1 cup of sugar. I'll bet you all were like, what is he doing? When I said 1 cup of butter and it was 1 pound of butter. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, just to reemphasize, because I doubled the recipe, it's 2 cups of butter, 1 cup of sugar, and we are gonna whip it or beat it until it's nice and fluffy. And this does take a little while. Don't just mix it. Make sure it's all nice and fluffy. Okay, we're gonna add 2 eggs. Half a teaspoon of salt. And 3 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, once that's all creamed together and it's nice and fluffy, nice and fluffy, we're gonna put in 4 cups of flour, and we're gonna do it a little bit at a time. Okay, the directions said this is going to be really thick, so it is. It's going to be interesting to pipe this through a bag. Okay, so we're going to put it into a parchment bag with a number 1 tip. It's like one of the biggest star tips that they made. Okay, on our baking sheet with parchment paper, we're gonna pipe just swirls onto the paper. I'm not gonna lie, that's a challenge getting that out of the bag. I hope these don't spread a whole lot. We're gonna find out. So I'm gonna put some sprinkles on them, some sugar sprinkles. Okay, here's my first batch. So we're gonna put it into a 350-degree oven for 15 to 17 minutes. So I'm gonna let those cook. I'm gonna do some more, and then I'm gonna come back and get you when I take them out of the oven. Okay guys, so I've got these all baked, and I have a few issues to talk about. So I looked at the recipe, and I looked to double check to make sure that you didn't have to go in the refrigerator or any of that. It didn't say anything in the recipe on that. So in the first batch that we did, they didn't really hold their shape. I hope you can all see that. They didn't hold their swirl shape at all. And I think I made them a little too big. So on the next batch that I did, I made them much smaller, and I put them in the refrigerator. And I let them sit in there for a little while. And then I baked them. Well, they still came out the same. They came out the same as the larger ones. They're just a little smaller. They do have a little bit of a swirl. I hope you all can see that. They do have a little bit of a swirl, and they are good. They're crispy, they're buttery. They just don't look like the ones in the store. And I didn't expect them to look like the ones in the store. I just thought they would have a little bit more of the swirl part, but they don't. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. I just wanted to show you that because if you do this recipe and you put them in the fridge, you may end up with the same kind of result, and that's the way it is. So now I'm just gonna finish them off. I'm gonna put some chocolate on them. I already did a batch with white chocolate, and I'll show you those after I get these done. But all I did was I just took some melting wafers, and I just melted it down. And then I'm just gonna dunk like half of it in the chocolate. And then I may just, of course, put some sprinkles on it because I have to put sprinkles on it. Any of you that know me know that I love sprinkles. I don't know why I like them. It's probably like just some weird thing like why I like vintage ornaments. I don't know why I like them. Just do. Anyway, so I'm just gonna doctor these up a little bit. Some sprinkles on these. And anybody that gets one of these big ones in their little treat basket, just know that I love you more. Merry Christmas. Just kidding. That's not true, I'm just kidding. So that's those. I hope you all can see that. I just dipped them half in chocolate and then I put sprinkles on them just to make them look festive. And I did some ones with white chocolate, with sprinkles on them too. And then these big ones, these monster ones, these are the ones that the special people get, just saying. I just drizzled white chocolate on those because I put colored sprinkles on them and they really don't have much of a swirl, but I'm sure they taste awesome. And then I have these little ones left. They have a little bit of color on them, but I want to show you what I did on those. So normally I use just pastry bags to do all my decorating, but when it's something really small and I don't need a whole lot, I don't want to waste a whole pastry bag because they're kind of expensive. And so, especially when you're drizzling something. So in this case, like on these, I'm just going to use a sandwich bag. And I'm going to put my chocolate in that. Just put it in there, snip off a little bit on the end. And then I'm just gonna drizzle the chocolate on it. Okay, that's it. I'm just gonna let them set, and then I can take them off there. Yeah, I hope you all can see those. It's kind of hard. It's kind of dark in here. Anyway, so that is my first experience with butter cookies. Actually, no, I'm lying. That is my second try with butter cookies. I tried butter cookies many, many years ago with one of those little presses where you change out the little disc and then you press it and it's supposed to stick on the thing and come off. That was the biggest mess I've ever done in my life. And that's probably why I've never done any more butter cookies, because I just couldn't get that to work. I tried like multiple times. I even talked to the lady that sold me, because it was Pampered Chef, from that party that I told you all about where people got a little toasted. But that's where I got that, and I tried it and I was all excited about it, but I couldn't get the little things to stick, and the ones that did stick were partially, I just had the hardest time with it. Anyway, so I gave up on that and I never tried it again. And here I am, years later, trying it again, but I did it with that pastry bag. It did work a little bit better. I just wish it would have had the swirl a little bit more, but it didn't, and that's okay, because they still look good and they still taste really good. They're crispy, they're buttery, they're yummy. They're probably better than the Danish ones, though not by much, because those are pretty awesome. Anyway, that's my experience with this whole thing. Hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all having a good day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.